Ready?
Yeah.
Well, me and my brother Rick grew up playing music together. I played drums first and he played bass. And then he learned guitar. And then he taught me how to play guitar and I taught him how to play drums, so we switched.
He was already playing music and I bought a bass when I was 12 years old and started playing.
Gus was in my 6th or 7th grade Spanish class, and he wore skate shirts and shit, and I was like, this dude skates?
Early shows were pretty bad. The first show Bourbon Scum ever played was in Hudson with Wayne on bass. We got through 2 songs and we literally got ripped off the stage by the security and thrown out without any of the instruments that we brought.
That was our first show, dude. We're here, Bourbon Scum's here, that kicked off everything.
We were fighting them, we were drunk as fuck, we were kicking everyone on the way out. It was, we had to have our friends go back for our gear.
Nick was at one of our first shows ever at Rebel Cats on Main Street of Catskill, set up right outside.
And Nick was always there. And he was always talking to us about playing.
Our original bass player, Wayne, we played our first bar show with Wayne and a couple other shows and a bunch of parties. And we met Nick through playing those. And then one day Wayne was really hungover and he was throwing up and he couldn't play the show and Nick was there.
We had gotten really fucked up the night before and done he had done a ton of Adderall and I went to wake him up and his nose was clogged blue and he's like, I'm not fucking playing, dude, and I'm like, dude, you better fucking get up because Gus is coming, dude, he's gonna fuck you up, we psyched on this show. And he's like, I'm fucking kick Gus's ass, I'm not playing. And he went into the bathroom and shut the door. And I'm wait, and I call Gus, he said he's not playing, dude, I don't know what to do. Gus on the phone, oh, dude, I'm coming, that's fucking it, wait till I get there. Open the door, Wayne, he's on his way, you're fucked. And Wayne's naked on the fucking bathroom floor, I don't fucking care.
We're playing an afternoon show, and Wayne, there's families out and shit like that. And Wayne just starts puking on the ground, Main Street Catskill.
Wayne handed him the bass, and that was that. He just kind of stepped in.
We wanted to maybe take it a little more seriously. So I don't know. I think Nick just put himself out there. He was I want to play music.
Rick just got really good at guitar out of nowhere. And Paul started getting better and I started learning from Rick. And we just all got better and just kept playing and just wanted to play everywhere, wanted to play every party that happened that we knew of. And if some of our friends were playing in a bar band, we would go there and borrow their instruments and play a set. Anything we could, really.
Gus and Paul and I have known each other forever, at least in my life, it seems like forever. And I feel when Nick came along, that's it seemed like it was the same with him, like the same vibe.
It was awesome. It was like, yeah, we're playing and we're getting to travel and fucking, but we definitely got drunk and like fist fought.
We're just ourselves, I guess, but we definitely had like leads to like meltdowns while playing, shit like that. But it also like, I think it like was more fun that way because we're not like trying to be professional.
We talk shit to each other, a lot of shit, fight, fuck with each other. But like we're best of friends, we're like brothers, like really, you know. We just like it was like a family. And then from there it got better. It was pretty fun. I mean, after Nick joined the band,
He was there and he was like in our ear about it. And Wayne was, at that time, Wayne had like stopped taking it so serious. Like me and Gus were like, this is fucking awesome. We're actually writing songs and like, this is fun.
so after he got in the band, he was actually the main. He was really enthusiastic and motivated. He got us the first bunch of shows that we played.
We did a lot of one-off shows like that were out of town. We didn't do like much in the way of like long tours or anything. But we did a lot of like the Northeast, just like for a weekend. We would like just go to Boston, go to like Vermont.
Once we started going out of town, it was pretty hit or miss. It was like sometimes there would be no one there, and like we were like, "What the fuck are we doing?" Everyone would leave the bar right after the show, and we didn't know anyone, and we would like get really drunk and just sleep in my van or like in a bush or like wherever. Like, and we used to go to Kingston a lot and sleep in the parking lot of the bank across the street from the bar.
A lot of like staying up all night, sleeping at rest stops.
You know, as things progressed, like there was a lot of drinking. We would always be looking for coke, like always. Mainly just trying to scam on girls to let them have us all sleep at their house or like feed us or whatever. Just be warm if it was the wintertime, like anything really.
It was fucking awesome. It was super exciting. Like we were like, you know, we're fucking doing it, dude. You know what I mean? Regardless of how much money we made or anything like that, it was like, it was the fucking best, dude.
Yeah, we definitely got a reputation for partying.
Yeah, dude, we're fucking, it's in the name, I think.
I'd say a normal night of playing shows would be we'd meet up and one or all of us would probably already be drinking, no matter what time it was.
We drink whiskey like it was no one's fucking business.
We'd stock up on beer for the trip to the show and drink the whole way there in the van.
Me and him would like get whiskey and invite chicks over. Like we drank. That's what we did.
I'd probably have taken a few Adderalls already.
I don't know. I feel like half of it is like let's tolerate each other.
Paul was usually the drunkest first.
You probably have to get pretty drunk to tolerate drunk Paul.
Nick always did pills. He did oxys a lot. So he kept his composure pretty well, but he was usually pretty fucked up by the time we really got to the show and started going.
I slowly was in a progression of getting more shit. You know, he had his connects. Gus likes his shit. You know, we all sort of like a different taste of things, but
I think like drug use had always been like a thing we did casually, like at shows. But it was, it was different for each one of us, I think,
I saw it kind of go downhill. More urgent need for the drugs, less money in hand than ever, which was usually nothing, but
You want to go to sleep at the end of the night. You can't just fucking hit a switch and, all right, now I'm gonna go to sleep. Like fuck, dude. You take some shit, or like if you do too much blow, then which is like was always the thing. Take some Xanax at the end of it, and I don't know, like that just becomes the norm, and then that's not enough, and then one thing leads to another. Whatever neighborhood you're in, you find a new drug or whatever, shit just fucking things happen.
When we started getting into dope, I would always be into uppers, but I would snort heroin sometimes. Nick and Paul were doing that most of the time towards the end. Rick was always pretty clean. Yeah, we just wanted to get fucked up and play our music.
I was super fucked up, so I feel like those dudes probably knew more than I knew, because I probably know what the fuck, dude. Gus and Rick have like a fucking like vision for, they think down the road. I feel like me and Nick just sort of like, we'll do this as long as it'll fucking last. You know what I mean? Like, which is, like, it's awesome to have like a forward vision and like want to do more things. I feel like me and Nick were, as long as like shows were booked, we would, until we self-destructed, like, so it was really their call, I feel like.
Nick and Paul were pretty heavy into dope at that point. Neither of them had any money whatsoever. I wasn't working very much. Rick had other stuff going on, so we kind of just all knew that we weren't, there was nothing gonna happen, It was like, we kind of just buried ourselves in like, whatever, the mess that we made, we just kind of fucking sat in it.
Yeah, it was just a way. Sometimes I was playing in other bands too.
That was kind of opposite of the mentality of the band in the beginning, because the whole point was to get out of town and to get away from the shit that was around us all the time. We just wanted to go play and like meet people and have fun and stuff, and like it ended up just being the mess that we made kind of just was like, now we have to go home because home was better than far away, because that's where the drugs were.
I don't remember being like, oh, this isn't working anymore. That might have happened. I don't remember. I don't fucking know, dude. It's not like we like made a conscious decision to break up. I think it just sort of like, that's how the cards fell.
We played our last show with the Pork Dukes. We were pretty excited about it because we all love that band a lot, and we just wanted to go out with a bang,
I feel like we didn't know that was going to be the last one until like right before it happened. And we just realized that we were taking off, doing other things.
Nick and Paul were definitely high. I bought a bottle of 151 because I wanted to black out, basically, was the idea. And earlier that day when I mentioned that to someone, they reminded me that 151 is flammable. At the end of the show, I played the show with, I used the guitar that I used the whole time during Bourbon Scum, which had kind of fallen apart. I broke the neck off at one point and repaired it, and it was kind of a piece of shit. But I love that guitar, so I figured the best way to go out was to smash the guitar. And then I was drinking the 151, I ended up setting it on fire. Fire kind of spread to the stage. And
Yeah, it didn't seem to me at least like we were like headed for anything, but then it was just over.
things kind of changed when those guys started shooting up instead of just sniffing dope.
I was fucking bad. I don't know. I wasn't doing anything without the drugs, and it was affecting who I hung out with. You know what I mean? You're hanging out with people just because you know they're gonna give you drugs, or it's easily obtainable.
I got out of that shit after I spent a few nights like puking my guts out and was like, why would you want to continue doing this?
I don't know. There's nowhere else to go. There was nothing else to do, dude. So I just went into rehab.
Paul ended up getting clean almost a year ago now.
I mean, I fucking dropped dead, and that dude fucking saved my life, dude. Like, that dude, the only reason I'm sitting here is because that dude, like, I always thought he had his shit together. Like, even if we're doing dope, like, he does it responsibly. Like, he's got his fucking act together. Never have to worry about Nick doing this, because, like, maybe it's because, like, I have low self-esteem or something. I don't know. Like, I always felt like, probably, who gives a fuck. I don't know. I always just thought that dude, like, knew what he was doing.
When I lived with Nick, his whole thing was that he had to go to work every day and live like a shit normal life. So his fucking vacation was getting high. He would just do dope to like escape life, and I think he thought that he would probably do dope his entire life at a moderate pace until he got old, just to step away from his job and the bullshit,
I've heard him say it a bunch of times. Like, I got 3 days, I kicked and, like, been super psyched. And I'm not even gonna lie, like, it might be a dickhead move, but, like, after hearing it a couple times, I'd be, like, skeptical when he'd say, I'd be like, yeah, dude, well, I fucking hope, because I'm fucking worried, dude.
But later on he did want to get clean after people started telling him he had a problem, and after I left the band, when I came back to Albany, he wanted to play again, and I didn't really want to play with him until he wasn't doing dope, because that was kind of what ruined the band in the first place. It took all the fun out of it. I think he finally realized what it turned him into, and he just, instead of having fun and playing music and wanting to actually live his life, he only wanted to stay in his room, in his apartment, in his little bubble of safety with the needle. And I don't know. I mean, I was happy for him. I had my doubts because I knew how sneaky he could be and how deep it really had its hooks in him. But I just hoped for the best,